Hello, good evening, guys. Happy Friday, and welcome to another episode of the SMB Talks. Right. So I started this show basically to introduce interesting folks, interesting people who run SMBs or who have products and services useful for SMBs. So we had two episodes already done. We met Manu Srikumar from Gutch, and we also met Ankit Prakash from Aritic. So it was fantastic. I learned a lot, and I am loving it actually. I look forward to my Friday evenings, even though it is late. So I look forward to it because the kind of wisdom these folks share, right? That's very, very, very helpful for me because we are all going through tough time, right? When we are all connected from home, we have office work and other things going on, and there is coronavirus, obviously. Uh, Talking to these folks is like a stress buster for me right now, right? So I look forward to bringing in more guests and having good conversations. So it's not I'm not trying to stick to a particular niche or segment because I don't want to do that. There are a lot of interesting people around, right? So it's a show where normal, common people will come. Maybe one day an influencer might drop in. You never know, but at the moment it's all about normal people doing extraordinary things, right? So today I have, as I mentioned last week, I have an educator friend of mine, right? He's a little bit late, so bear with me for a few minutes. Uh, Educator as in he runs a digital marketing training institute, right? So digital marketing, you all know, everybody is a digital marketer these days. If you go to LinkedIn and search for digital marketing, the kind of profiles which LinkedIn will throw up, it's 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 a humongous number, right? So what I mean to say is uh, it's not very easy to find people who are passionate about imparting knowledge about digital marketing and marketing and such. So my friend who's coming on board today is Mr. Arbab Usmani. He is the founder of Upskill. Okay, check out upskill.com, uppskill.com. So there are a lot of training institutes across India, right? So I am also a trainer. So what I mean to say is the passion which Arbab brings onto the table. I have been following you for last almost a year. We speak via social media channels, etc. The passion he brings on to the table is something which I admire, right? So he is very poetic and fluent in Hindi. So I am from South India and my Hindi is so and so. So I requested him to conduct this chat in English. So without further ado, let's bring on Arbab onto this. Hey Arbab, good evening. You have muted your line. Can you unmute it?
Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. So good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm just doing fine. Just that Ramzan is there, and I just had my iftar. And after that,
Oh, so good. I know that you are a busy person. Okay, I know that one number one. You had a training session also today, and so kind of you to join the session at 8 o'clock. So you had your iftar. You broke your fast for
yes,
the
yes,
day.
yes. The battery is charged.
Oh, right, fantastic, fantastic. So, Arbav, as I was talking, as I was mentioning that the passion for education is
Mm.
what keeps you apart, right? I have seen your discussions, the way some of your rant videos also, right? Sometimes you go on rant, which I love it personally, where you talk about the bullshit which goes around with education system and things like that. So I'm looking forward to have some good discussion on digital marketing education and education per se, right? So before, let's kick off with a question about talking about your marketing experience. Harbab's marketing experience, whether it be digital or the entire journey. If you can sum up in few sentences, that'd be great.
So, so let's start from the starting, right? So, what what did I do to learn this marketing, right? I am not from this field.
Okay.
I've studied mechanical engineering.
Oh my God. Okay. Interesting.
By profession, by study, like by education, I am a mechanical engineer. But by passion, I am a marketer. So I was doing mechanical engineering from Odisha. There is a college called ITER, Institute of Technical Education and Research, which is one of the top college in Bhubaneswar itself, in Odisha itself, right? So I got like 229 ranking in Odisha JEE. So I had two choices, either to join mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, right?
Okay.
So electrical engineering, little bit, I do not understand that the electrical engineering thing, that this arrow and that arrow, I do not understand it. So I stick to mechanical engineering. I wanted to do computer science, but somehow my family convinced me to do like mechanical engineering, and I choose mechanical engineering stream. And I did learn a lot of things from mechanical. Even if I am not in a field of mechanical engineering, but I learned a lot of things in mechanical engineering. So the first lesson I learned from mechanical engineering is the lesson of brotherhood, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
we have like, if you talk about any mechanical engineer, they had back of each other, right? So they have that level of back, that if a teacher HOD is going to tell them that you are all are going to suspend, they are not going to talk about who is the culprit. So that level of that is by default to mechanical engineers, right?
Right, right. So that reminded me. There's a Kannada movie, okay, called Kirik Party. You know, my wife hates it because I keep playing that. The entire movie is based on a mechanical engineer batch. You know, their story, their brotherhood, and all that. Now I can connect that. Continue.
So it is by default in mechanical engineering. Then the second thing I learned from there, hard working, because the physical work the mechanical engineer do in the classroom and in the labs, which is much more than if you know that any other guy, like computer science engineer, they are into AC room and do all those things, but we out there, we like mold things and then right? So that physical, that physical, it makes you more stronger to do
Right,
stuff like that, right?
right,
Mentally as well as that physically. So I have done that. I have learned those things from there, and then I moved to. But my interest is into programming and computer. So I think I have a record in my college that I'm the guy who wrote most number of C and C++ program. I think it was 407 or something. So I wrote that much program in 1 year of that my. We got only like 2 semester C and C++. I was very like I was so fluent in DBMS, the third semester subject, that our education system actually tell us that we should write entire programming in the paper and copy and paper, right? They do not give us like computer, right? So
right.
in practical you will get computer, in theoretical you have to write entire program into the page, right? And DBMS program is little bit longer because of pointers and all those things. I got like whatever program is in the syllabus, I can write entire program in the pen and with the help of pen and paper and my memory, and it will not give you a single error. So I was that precise in that area. So whatever I was very precise in that area. So somehow I convinced my family that I wanted to. Okay, I have studied that mechanical engineer, but I wanted to do something in computer science. So let me pursue my career according to my interest. So they sent me in Bangalore. So I go to Bangalore, and I was studying. I was studying Java. That time Android was a little bit new, and Java programmer has a little future. So it was 3 months course, and I was like 1 and 5 month. I was into the course into 1.5 months, and then I got a call from Chennai. So I float the CV. I float the CV like every fresher does. Right? So somebody CV to someone, they like it because I have a little bit of hacking program. I won hackathon in our time in the 90s on all those college. So they a little bit like my profile. So they call me and they say that, okay, we have a position for SEO training, and would you like to take that, that position? Okay, I said, okay, I will let you know in a day because I needed to search what is SEO training, right? What is the future with this career, right? So I did, I did research. I called my big brother and take the advice from him, and then I called some of his friends whom I know that they are into this field, and they advised me very well. So I understand that there is a future in this area. Okay, let's take the opportunity. So my salary is 8,000 rupees, and I have to spend, like I'm talking about 2011, 2012. I'm talking about, right? I have to spend entire month into that 8,000 rupees in the city like Chennai.
Right, I understand. It's tough. It's tough.
It's very tough, right? So I just that took that opportunity. Then 3 months I was in Chennai, and 3 months I was in I was in Coimbatore. They shifted office to Coimbatore. Coimbatore, I really love the place. That's a very beautiful place, right? And fortunately, I heard a very horror stories like North Indian are treated in South India like that, right? Fortunately, I haven't met a single person. I love all the South Indians friends till now. I have made into my that career like 7-8 months of career, and I love those guys, right? So it's not like they are Indian, like everything is okay. They're Indian, everything is okay, right? If they are not Indian, everything is okay. But yes, they have a little bit advantage. If you're talking about, I'm not being racist, but yes, a little bit Indian, that we have that feeling because it's our motherland, right? So in that job, let me tell you that when I took the job, I decided that I will not take a single penny from my family, from my father, right?
Right.
So what happened in that job? 8,000 rupees I have to spend entire month. Last 6-7 days is not going to be well for me, right?
Right.
8,000 rupees is nothing in Chennai, especially if you are North Indian, because you cannot eat the South Indian food all the time, and North Indian food is a bit expensive, like 2-3 times expensive, right?
I know.
So what I used to do, like I used to walk 10 to 15 kilometer daily. Like for my office is like 10 to 15 kilometer, like more than that, 20 kilometer almost daily. So I walk down to there. Sometimes I take the lift and all those things. Somehow like I reach the office like the last 5-7 days, right? And in that office they give food as well. So okay, that's not a problem. But in the evening, when I come back and sometimes I do not have money, so I have to eat like something like biscuit and the water with the biscuit. But I did not take money from the family. I decided when I decided, I decided. It's all right. So on that, I know that if I have not gone through that struggle, I would not have telling you that story, right? I do not have that story. So I always say your struggle is the story you say when you get successful.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's how I completed my training. Then I shifted back to Delhi to find a job. So interesting thing is that, and if they want to file a defamation case on me, I do not care about it. So what happened? I was like called for India. Some friend referred me to India Mart, and I go to the India Mart, right? And my experience was very bad with the India Mart, and I decided I will not take any job position or anything like that bad. So what happened? My interview was scheduled at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
So I had dinner at night around 10 p.m. Right. So in the morning I was in a hurry because I have to travel for 1 hour. So I did not take any breakfast, and I go to the India Mart office in Delhi from Noida to Delhi for the interview. Entire day they did not take interview. They took my interview 6 p.m. in the evening. Like I was not moving, because if I move and then my number came, then the pressure, right? So from the evening 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. I was hungry. I only
Oh,
had
I-
right.
right.
So that's why
Very
that's
right.
why, I was not a salesperson. You cannot check my patience. I am a
Right.
that I am a new guy who's into marketing. You do not check my
Right.
patience, right? So even that if that interview gone very well, right? The interview was very good. Now, when HR said that the interview that you have taken interview, okay, yes. So where is the paper? Where is the mark you have given him? Okay, I lost the paper.
Okay.
The day was not very good for me, and then I had a very bad impression for that company. So I never worked with that company. I never, that I never worked with that company. So
Right.
that's a very bad. That's the first rejection I got in my job. Till now, I got 2 rejection in my entire career. So that's the
Right.
first one. And then after somebody needed someone in Kolkata, so they called me and then the job fixed and the salary and all those things. I moved to Kolkata. I worked in Kolkata for like 3-4 years, and I have done very incredible thing in Kolkata. Like for example, the company that called me, they have 50,000 subscriber, OTP verified subscriber. Uh, they work for like 7 months, and they work with one of very big company called Group M. They have a Madhouse, their digital marketing. So
Right.
they were working with them. I have my work is to monitor them. So somehow I feel that I can do it better. So I pitch my boss that I can make a better team, which will cost you, of course, cost you less than the price you are giving to that big company. And we can do better than that. So my boss showed trust in me, and then my boss, yes, you great your thing. I take 200% interview and selected 8%, team of 8%, right? After that, what happened? In 2.5 years, we scaled that to 1.4 million OTP verified. OTP verified users, right? OTP verified users.
Wow.
Somehow the business model did not work for them. We used to drive 500,000 and 1 million, around 1 million page views per day for that company with the bounce rate of around 21-22%, right? So we used to do that. The average time was around I think 4 minutes. I think 4 minutes something second, which is pretty good, right? So
That's
somehow their model did not work, so the company has to shut down. And then at same time, the company launched another venture called Sasta Sundar, which is in Kolkata, which is the first medicine portal in Kolkata. So we started marketing that. We created the first team for that. The company is pretty, the big right now. They started from one physical store. Right now I think they have 208 physical store in West Bengal, Bihar, and some parts of UP. So they scaled it pretty well. They have done pretty well. And then from that Sasta Sundar, I moved to I needed to have a challenge. That I thought that Kolkata do not challenge me anymore. So I moved to Delhi. So because people like me is not only going to be intrigued by the money, right? They need challenge. They need to feed the challenge. They need something like this, right? So
right.
I moved to again Delhi, and in Delhi I worked with a company which is a startup, and two startup again merged, and I used to we started from they are into renting place. They rent houses. If you are a bachelor and all those things, they rent a separate room for you, right? So we
Okay.
started from in a month 30 rooms. They used to sell in 10 months. We scaled it to 300 rooms per month, like they rented for 300 rooms. So if you
Right.
calculate, it will be like revenue of 1.5 or 1.2 CR, something like this.
Hmm.
It will come, right? So I worked there. Then I worked for 10 months. Then I needed like some time. So I took some time of some me time because I was continuously working. And then I helped a friend in setting up their company for 3, 4, 5 months. Then I did a research. Meanwhile, I did a research about what should I be doing, and my co-founder came with the idea of upskill, and we started upskill.
Oh, fantastic. Matlab, you have gained whatever you, being a mechanical engineer, you had no idea about marketing. But then you picked up doing various things and you finally became a marketer proper, right? Doing multiple things at multiple companies.
there are a lot of retail I am missing. This is just 1% of the story.
Obviously, whenever we meet, I'll make sure that I'll hear the entire story. That's fantastic, actually. That's very nice. So, tell me one thing: marketing. You could have stayed in an organization, grown as a marketer to the level of CMO, whatever it is, because marketing is a job, a career path in demand right now. So, why did you choose to become an educator? Why did you start upskill?
Very good question. Very good question. See, I don't know, but like I am talking about myself. Like I am talking about on behalf of me, right? So if we see that something is giving me so much, something is giving me so much of respect, so much of money, my house, like my family runs on that, right? And
Yeah.
I worked really hard to get those skills, right? I worked really hard to get that skills. If you see that entire that ecosystem is like it is not what it should be, right? It is not
Right.
what it should be, right? For example, I gave you example like for 8 people, I have to hire 8 people. I took interview of 200 plus people, right? Even right now, if you have to hire a single person, you have to take at least 50% interview, 50 to 100.
Absolutely.
Not good resource, right? So that is like I am a marketer, I am a mathematician too. But like I calculate things, right? I love mathematics if I'm in marketing, right? Because I love ROI and all those things, right? Numbers are very good, right? So
Yes.
I calculated this is the efficiency of only 1 to 2%. Only 1 to 2%. You imagine an industry is going to be so big, have efficiency of 1 to 2% of skillful people. Just
That's really
imagine.
shocking. That's
That's
shocking.
very good, right? So I see that then I am someone who goes back to the roots of the problem. Like if I am going to teach you storytelling, I will teach you first what is the root of storytelling. I will go to 2.5 million years ago and start story
Right.
from there. Then
Right.
come back to digital, right? So I am
Right.
someone. So I start finding what are the root problem actually have, right? So I figure out that there is no course like engineering and doctoring. There is no course digital marketing. Reason being, it's very fast industry, and the course making has some procedure. Like there will be some people will make course, then that will be verified from someone, then will be re-verified, then it will come as go to the print. Then they will create a curriculum. Then they will go to print. Then they will go to the college. Till then, everything will be changed.
Right. Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it's really fast, it's really dynamic, right? So I know that
Yeah.
if university is going to do that, even in fact, I am telling you that the big university like IIM, IITs, they are doing it, but they are doing it wrong. They are only pitching on the, that the part of paid marketing very well, very good. They are not pitching on the, they are not at all seeing the, that inbound marketing, organic marketing, viral campaigns, the psychology behind all those things. They're not doing it. I know their curriculum. I sit with their students as well. My
Right.
students go to IIM and they give a lecture in IIM. So I know that what they are doing it, right?
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
so it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Their system is little bit of like they have to upgrade themselves, and it will take time, and they will be there. They will purely efficient for that, and they will come to that area, right? So
Right.
so when I see that there is so much of that inefficiency in the skill, so why is there? So first of all, there is no proper education. I learned from myself. There is nobody. I am not from the computer science. Although I do coding, that helped me a little bit, not in the sense of coding. Marketing do
Right.
not
Right.
do coding. Coder have that job. You do not
Right.
have a job, right? So,
Right.
but it helps me to understand the algorithm and all those things in much more easier way, right? Now, the second thing, that I'm not the field of marketing, right? I did not do MBA. I did not do BBA. I did not do it, right? I have to learn those things. There is
Right.
nobody to teach me all those things, right?
Right. Right.
So I know my struggle. I know that how hard I work, and I know that there are very few people who can actually work with that mindset and that that dedication. That is the passion, pure passion I had to. I choose something, I will do it, right? In India, in entire world, nobody has that kind of mindset, or very few have, right? I know
Right.
that it's not very generic thing. To be
Right.
short. So
Right.
I start figuring out key, okay, so from where people are apart from this, like their own exploration, from where people are learning digital marketing. So I got to know there are some college and some schools of internet marketing in the that ecosystem. They train people on all those things. So what I do, I started interviewing them. Like I started asking the teachers of the institute. I started talking to the institute owners, student who pass from there, company which hires them, company which fires them, right? Ecosystem. I started talking. I started taking feedback. I just wanted to know if there is an institute who is claiming that they created like 25, they trained 25,000 of people. Why there is a very that inefficient quality of digital marketing in India? 25,000 is not a that is from one institute. Another institute is
Right.
saying that we taught 10,000, another 5,000, 6,000, right? Must be there smaller institute who teaches 1,000 people, and I see lot of institute. So
Right.
what happened to those people? Like lakhs of people, there will be if you calculate everything. What happened to those people? Why there is still inefficiency into the field of digital marketing? There is no still in digital marketing. What are they are doing? So I
Right.
started knowing things. I started seeing their curriculum. I started like my interview session is like you do not want to sit in with me in my interview session. It goes like 5 or 2 hours long. So if I'm very interested in you, that it will go to 2 hours straight, right? And even after that, if you have come with a very full confidence that I will be selected, you will go with the confidence that I will won't be selected, and then you will be selected. Then you will be selected. So it goes like this, right? So
Right.
people I hire, they have the same feeling. Like I do not go very harsh on them, but I make them realize that okay, you know things now. There is somebody else that who is like that know much more better, much more expensive, that much more knowledgeable than you, and they are asking questions. So
Right.
I make them realize, and they are all are fantastic people.
Right.
Alright.
Right.
And my interview has a session that if you do not know, if I'm not going to hire you, I'm going to tell you that where you did mistake. So that's the that's the that part of my interview process, entire process, right? So
Right.
then I see a lot of things. I see interviews. Then I see that what is the problem challenges they have. So they have challenges like the courses is outdated. It's like 4 years old course. They are still selling it. There is मतलब कि literally no hand holding. They tell you in their ad there is hand holding, but there is literally no hand holding. There is a very big difference between a course and a mentor led course, right?
Right.
So
Right.
this is the problem. Your student needs your help when they are learning things, but they needs your greater help when they are out there executing things into the real company.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
That was not there. That was not there. We started that, right?
Right.
So that was not there, right? So I see that. I see all those things, right? I see that the world is turning into like people are talking about neuromarketing. They do not know shit about neuromarketing.
Right.
Right. So I know that although I see advanced digital marketing course and it is a very pretty basic course, it's not
Absolutely.
advanced at all, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I see that they are actually saying that we will give you a 10, 15 certificate of Google and Facebook. People absolutely no need to do the courses to give exam for those exam, that those certification. You can do it anyhow for free of cost. And
Right.
the second problem is that neither Facebook, neither Google authorize them to give certificate on their behalf. They can
Okay.
say that I can prepare you for the exam, but giving you the certificate is actually needed. There, the consent that okay, we authorize you, Facebook, we authorize you, you can give certificate on my behalf.
Right. 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 You should be a part of it. Right.
So these things like honey sticking thing, trapping of the students, all those things, मेरे नजर से नहीं बचेगा, right? They cannot, I scanned all those things, and till now we do not pitch that we will give you 15 certificate. We do not pitch it in our website anywhere. We will say that we will give you one certificate that is called upskill, and I will make sure I will make that certificate is as strong as it can be and industry recognizable and all those things. And we did that. We did that. At least in Delhi, we did that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why we have to launch a certificate using blockchain as well, because people are making counterfeiting of our certificate. So right now we give our student certificate on blockchain. We are probably the first institute who's using blockchain as a technology to give certificate.
Fantastic, fantastic. So that's fantastic, because there are very few, I can count on my fingers, very good institutes which teach marketing, whether it is digital or any form of marketing. It's very few institutes which come to my mind. So it's great that you've taken this journey. So tell me, my next question is an extension of that same question. You told me how you became an educator, but what is the one thing which is driving this passion? Because I am pretty sure it's a tough journey to be an educator today. You have to get students, you have to train them well, place them, etc. So what is the thing that is driving you at the moment?
So it's a transformation and journey I have taken after I opened Upskill. It's not like the day I started Upskill, I became an educator or teacher. I call myself teacher. I start calling from last year. I start calling myself as a teacher, not as a marketer. Before that, I used to call myself as a marketer, right? Not the greatest one, not the lamest one, but the marketer, right? So what happened? There are a lot of things happens. Of course, I cannot share a lot of things with you because that's very personal. My student and myself, it's right. So what I did, the pain point is that industry needs skillful people. I'm going to give you an example. Let's go back 10 years. Let's go to 2010. Right now, in Chennai, you're from which city?
I am from Kerala, so it's Kottayam.
Okay, which city?
Kottayam.
Okay, I cannot pronounce it, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. I cannot pronounce. Better city. You know Chennai, right? You know Bangalore. You know Delhi.
Yeah.
And you know Mumbai. That's 4 cities, the big city in India, right? So
yes,
these 5 cities hub of education, and a student comes all over the India to learn things from them, right? Absolutely. Now there are a lot of students who do not have a very rich family. What they do? They go to a call center in night. They used to call. They get 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 rupees for that call in a month, and everything fine. Their life is fine, and everything they can afford it, right? Absolutely. This is what happened, right? Back in 10,000, back in 10 years ago, right? Now, tell me, where is those call centers? Where are they?
I don't know. It's become a fad.
The call center industry is completely finished because there are some greedy people who want to make a short-term money. They do not want. They are the one who actually kill entire call system. People call Indians scammers.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of scams.
I've seen a lot of videos as well in YouTube, right? They scam. They scam. I'm not saying that Indians are not scamming, especially in Noida and Gurgaon. I'm in middle, right? They call it. And entire industry shifted to where? Pakistan. Where? Indonesia. Where? Bangladesh. Right?
Right.
Billion dollar company moves there.
Right.
The same thing is going to happen with digital marketing if we do not take care of it. People will, for example, if there is a new people who want to do, that SEO for their website. People who do not know things, they will take the project. They will eat up their time. They will eat up their money. Okay, let's say money. They will afford to lose money, right? The time they cannot. Our business cannot afford to lose the time. The trust will finish, and the small guy who wants to come after some time, there is no trust in the system. Small guys, the market will be finished for the small guys.
Right, absolutely.
Why? Because some people want to make short money without skills. They want to take advantage of the people who do not know about the stuff. Right? So it is very simple. If we sit and see that We can do that, right? We can do that. I can have a very good job. I can earn lakhs of money. In fact, my last salary in lakhs, right? So I can earn lakhs of money, right? And I can comfortably enjoy in my own home, right? I do not have to worry about my bills and all those things. I took that pain. I took that pain because I wanted to make this ecosystem much more bigger. The bigger is the ecosystem, the bigger money will be there, and everybody is going to earn.
Right.
Right. So I'm thinking on that line. My mindset is on that. That's why I started. Like, I cannot say that you start with me. I can only inspire you to start. Right. So that's why people tell me to promote upskill. I say, if I promote upskill, then only I will get the benefit. But if I, that promote the idea of upskill, entire nation is going to, that get benefited. So I am going to, promote the idea of upskill. I do not care if you are going to start an institute just next door to me. I do not care about it. I do not think you as a competitor, because there are a lot of people in the industry. There are a lot of guys in the industry who wanted to learn and who possibly cannot crack all those people.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think the demand is too high for some players to supply it completely. It's very difficult. So we need entities like Upskill and all the good players who are in the market for the right reasons to supply to this demand. Right. So
I started right now. Let me tell you, educator wala right point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started with that mindset, and I started teaching people. Even today, if you talk about, I do not have more than 15 people in my classroom. Maximum 15 people I take. 15, 20, that is maximum. It's not like 50, 60, right? That's the maximum size I take, because I know that I can serve the 15 to 20 people, and they can be a very great marketer, a good marketer into the industry, and they can do a lot of things, right? So from the I started journey. I've completed my first year, and I see that a lot of people are. We have a feature called like lifetime community support. It doesn't matter if you pass our class or not, if you complete our course or not. If you need any help in your career, in your entire life, we are going to help.
Right. What is that called?
Lifetime community support.
Very nice.
Actually, we started that concept. That whoever student is there, we will make a community of alumni. They will help each other. We will help them as well. So they will learn from them, and they will get help. Right. So there is a connection. There is that somebody needs a job. Somebody is hiring. In fact, they hire in between. The student hire another student. Right.
Yeah. So that also happens.
This also happens. They started a venture. They want a marketer. Right. They just put a query, and somebody is willing to do that. They are making partnership. They are creating company along with the circle and all those things they are doing. So that's pretty amazing. So when I saw that impact, like those student impact and their stories, I heard stories from I had a story like I have a student who came from Haridwar. Haridwar is like 600 kilometers from Noida.
Right.
So they travel like there is classes like 3 o'clock. They travel from 5 in the morning. They reach around 1 o'clock. They eat something. We start the class from 3 to 7, and 7:15 they have another train. They pick the train and they go back to the Haridwar. They reach around 1 o'clock in the night. So
that's some commitment, huh?
Yeah, I had a lot of students like that. Haridwar. Then Gwalior. One student comes from Gwalior. I'm UP, and Gwalior is like in Madhya Pradesh. So they come from there. Ludhiana, Jaipur, something like this. So I had a very pretty crazy student who came from very far from when we had offline classes. They come very far. They work really hard, and they all get successful. That's the main thing. You are working, and you are getting a little bit success in your life, early success in your life, which you can actually have a very good mindset to convert into a big success. That's win for me. That's the win for me. So from there, I said that okay. A lot of students share their the personal stories with me as well. They do not share with other teachers, but they share with me.
Right.
Sir, my family is like that. My family is not aligned. Flana, Dekana, I am in a depression. So with this reason, that reason, I always used to solve their problems. Then I thought that they actually do not think me as a marketer. They think me as a teacher, as a mentor, with whom they can share a lot of things. Then why don't I start calling myself as a teacher, not as a mentor? Because the mentor word in the startup circle is pretty dirty. Like they made it really, that lame, especially the executives from IAMS, right? So they made it pretty lame. I use a very old term. I start calling myself as a teacher. That's the transformation I think I had, and motivation I had.
Right. So what I'm hearing is, basically, I think by nature you are a teacher. You're more of a teacher than a marketer. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So my question, okay, you don't want to promote upskill or you don't want to talk about upskill, but having said that, I would like to know the upskill as a brand. How did you build it? So tell me in some short sentences, what is upskill all about? What kind of courses can students take up with upskill?
The answer is going to be pretty long. So
Okay.
please allow me for that, right? So the idea is of upskill is not only for digital marketing. The idea is to upskill the youth. We see that that we are talking about India is going to be superpower.
Right.
We are talking about it. India is going to be a 3-5 trillion economy, right? For all that, we need skills. Government of India started Skill India. I do not care whose government is there. Personally, I do not care.
Right.
If it is Congress, it is BJP. If they do good, it's good. If they do bad, that's bad. So that is right. So they started Skill India, which is pretty good concept. Skill India and Make in India is a pretty good concept, right? Now they started Skill India, but we know that people are talking about that it's a failure and all those things. It's failure because on the ground, people like me and you is not supporting the government. The people who are skillful, they are not supporting the government. They are not supporting the that initiative, right? So they can start it. They have a bureaucrats. They have.
Arbab, your voice is breaking, I guess. Yeah, now it's fine. Continue.
Right. So I see that either I will sit down and say that okay, India is like that, right? Or I can move my ass and work hard to make my country better.
Absolutely.
Right. So I choose the second part. And I know that they can launch the program. They can support by financially, even by the that power and all those things. But they will also need skillful people to come on board, right? So that's why I started like, okay, I do not have connection with the government. I do not know the people, but this doesn't mean I cannot start my own initiative, right? I can merge with them in later if they want. Even if they want, I do not care about it. But I can start something of my desk to make more skillful India. So upskill is more about skilling people, right? It's not only about digital marketing. We started as a digital marketing because I know digital marketing. So I started from something that I know, right? So I started from digital marketing myself, right? So right now you can you can get the course of digital marketing in upskill. Only digital marketing is there. There is no parts. Only one course is called digital marketing masterclass 3.0. 3.0 because each year we upgrade our course. The problem I talk about, right? So it's each year revised. The course is revised. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Each year you will get the fresh course. Fresh course means the market, whatever the market is running, it's not updated.
The latest tactics, technologies, and platforms.
If it is 2019 and 2020, there is nothing upgrade, so it is not going to upgrade it, right? But it will be latest.
Right. Got it.
So we started with this. So we divided our course into certain things. We use a 100% design thinking approach. Means if you talk about we take feedback. according to that, we created something, right? So the design thinking concept is like you understand the problem, and according to the problem, you create a solution, right? So we exactly did that. Our course is divided into certain part. Like for example, if you talk about normal digital marketing like SEO, SEM, all those things is there. But what is so much special about it? Because we start teaching psychology.
Okay.
So
yeah.
our course has a part of on social science, social psychology, what you say, brain science, and behavioral economics. The three parts we divided. Our course in some part of course we divided into three parts. Right. Apart from generic, whatever is there, it is needed. You have to do it. Right. You have to teach it. So we are the first, or maybe most probably the only institute in India who is teaching community building.
Yeah.
How to build the community. Community manager, the new job role you can see, right? You can see the community manager tag is right now, it is getting famous, right? And the salary is pretty well, right? So, so in 2017, we started community building. We are the first company, understand, right? We started when we see that there is a rise in influencer marketing. In 2018, we introduced influencer marketing using Instagram. So as a marketer, you need to collect all the influencer and run your campaign. Courses there, right? Now, we affiliate marketing. So if you say that what is so special about affiliate marketing, you teach and other institute teach. Other institute teach on the side of publisher. We teach on the side of advertiser. None of the institute teach on the side of advertiser. You are a marketer. You need others to promote your product.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's what you need to do. So nobody is teaching that. We are teaching that. Right. Then again, we created our entire course on branding, and we renew right now. Recently, we renew the course. I created a brand book for our student. I took around 10 hours to create entire book, and in that book they can put their brand and they can know everything, vision, mission, and all those things. They can know everything is there, right? If they want to brand their brand, why they should do it, how they should do it, there is everything is there. So we started a branding class, right? We started neuromarketing. We started storytelling class. Storytelling in marketing, nobody was teaching at that time. I do not know about specific about storytelling. I do not know anybody was teaching or not. But we started in 2017. In that storytelling, we teach more on brain science. Neuromarketing, we teach how to use your the stimuli, basically your senses and your emotion to market stuffs, right? With again with the use case, everything linked to the use case. So we do that. We pretty much like did our research.
Got it. Yeah, actually, what I'm feeling is right. You are taking a different route where the student will become a true marketer. Basically, anybody can learn SEO or SEM by referring to Google and YouTube. But if you talk about neuro marketing or psychology behind marketing, all those things hardly people understand. If you talk to old marketers who started off with outbound and then came to inbound, they understand all this better. But if you look at newbies, the kids who are in digital marketing for last 1 or 2 years, they have no clue. They can run huge ad campaigns with a lot of budgets, but this kind of science behind marketing, it's very critical actually. Yeah, that's very good to see.
So whatever we teach now, we teach in Hindi. That there is a reason we teach in Hindi. English, we say English, right?
Right.
Why we are teaching in Hindi? Because we understand that it's I'm more like I'm from Bihar, right?
Okay.
So it's a Hindi land, right? And I have a very good following in Hindi area. Although we will convert our course to English as well. We are trying to go to international market as well and South as well. Right. We will do that. But right now, what we are doing, we are teaching from in Hindi. And why? Because I born and bought in that area. I understand examples and pain of people of their area very well. So if I know that what is like, maybe North Indian people have a different kind of pain and South Indian people have different kind of pain. I am not very familiar with South Indian. Like I live in South Indian not more than 1 year, so it's not very enough. That for me to understand their pain. But I understand. I 30 years I spent there, right? So I can take the example out of that their pain and make them understand, which will stick to their mind for their lifetime. So that's
Right.
why we are into more into it.
Very good, very good. So my next question for you will be, what is the kind of teaching methodology? You said that it's like a classroom session, and what kind of methodologies you apply in imparting these courses?
There are a lot of psychology in that. You wanted to know everything. Everybody is going to copy me, right? So I do
No,
not.
I'm not asking about your USP or something. What I'm asking is,
I will
is
also.
it,
I will also talk
is
about
it
US. People won't be able to understand. They do not. They won't be able to
right?
copy it. I know
What
that.
I mean
So
is, like you said, classes start at 3 o'clock in the evening. So I want to understand that angle, the delivery piece of it.
okay. So understand. We right now we have a different model. Right now we have a online class model. Why we have online class model? You already know, because there is a pandemic. People cannot move from their home, right?
Right,
So that's the necessary evil we have to deal with, right?
right,
Now I read a lot of books, and I my suggestion to any marketer: read a lot of books. Read a
right,
lot of books, and especially the mythologies. Mythologies everywhere, like mythology from India, mythology from Saudi Arabia, mythology from Europe, mythology from Egypt, mythology from Japan. Every, like, read it. Like, they are very creative, and they will help you a lot to give you a lot of idea about it, right? So
right,
I am a very avid reader, and I understand the entire Indian, the culture very well. So in our culture, there is a Gurukul system.
right, right,
In that Gurukul, what happened? A student come and stay. That's more like a hostel. We cannot do that hostel wala thing, right? So I
right,
take inspiration from them, from the ancient knowledge we had in our motherland, right? We take the knowledge, power of knowledge from there, and uh, uh, one thing I noticed in that Gurukul, the teacher is not only the person who teaches stuff. They learn
right.
from each other as well.
Absolutely.
They learn from each other. If you go to the inside, there is a hierarchical system as well, but they learn from each other as well, right? So
Right,
that I call community learning.
right,
I understand one thing. I understand one thing very clearly, that we are a social animal. Psychologically, we are a social animal, right? And
right,
we learn things in a social environment.
right,
We can prepare for the exam alone, but we learn things in a social environment, right? So with that thought, I created a classroom, and I call it India's first community-led, that community-led community-based learning. So our entire class, like 5, 6, 10, like 10 people, 12 people, 15 people, whatever number of people are there, they are more like a family. They are more like a community. So from the first classroom itself, we say, like, we have a half an hour and 1 hour your introduction session, right? I took personally introduction session, and I tell them, okay, you do not have to tell me who you are. You have to tell the classroom who you are,
right,
because they are the one who is going to become friend with you. I am going to help you. I am also your friend, but they you need them. So the first lesson itself of marketing started from the first class itself. Be that be a guy who can network very easily.
right, right,
The first
right,
lesson starts from the first movement of the class, right? So they
right,
talk about, I did this, I did that, I did Lana, I did the Kana, I'm into this, I just study, I love to write, and all those things. Okay, so I found some people, like, I tell them that, like, for example, I found in recent class we are doing, I found a writer who is writing from, like, past 5 years. So I say that, okay, whenever I take a content marketing class, I'm going to take. I need your help, right? So she said that, what kind of help you need? I need your help when people are, like, for example, they are new. You are pretty, like, you have your experience, your wisdom. Whenever they're stuck, you are going to help them in that area as well. Okay.
right,
So what happened? What happened? What just happened here? What, just to stop and think, what just happened here? I just give value to a member, right?
absolutely,
I
absolutely,
just, that if her trust is, like, in neutral, I just shifted her trust on my side. How? By just giving the value.
Right.
Right?
Right.
This
Right.
is the basic of community-based learning. Now, whenever somebody has a problem of content marketing, they ask, she replied.
Absolutely. So you are touch basing on their interest also. So they are eager.
My country is humanity. We have the connection we have, because I believe we are going to work with the people. We are going to work for the people. We are going to show our ads to the people. Our people are going to buy the that our product. People are going to abuse us. People are going to appreciate us. People are going to that a lot of things around us. Everything we marketer do is a touch point as a human, and if you cannot connect with the human, you are not a very good marketer.
Yes. That's
Right.
the point. Yeah.
So you understand what methodology I'm talking about? It is very deep-rooted psychology. So it's my own kind of that I did not learn it. I learned it from my experience and all those things. I did not study anywhere, but that's how I actually connected with people. I know that if you appreciate people, if you give the value to people, they will be loyal to you. Right? Either the bait is money and some gift, or your love. Right? The loved one is going to stick with you a longer period of time, even if you do not have money. So I know that, right? So first thing, right? This second thing, I teach her sharing stuff. If a marketer cannot share her things, he is not going to evolve.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the first movement of marketing is they have two biggest lesson in their life, which is going to be stick with their lifetime.
Right.
So that's how the community led that environment we create. After that, they pass from they complete their course. Happily they complete their course, and after that we will put them into bigger community. Again they are into community.
Absolutely. So, why I like this point very much, what you mentioned is, us, like a lot of people talk about, like Brian Kramer on internet and all, they say that there's no more B2B, B2C, it's H to H. It's human to human. Marketing is simple as that, right? Whoever signs the check for buying your product or service, it's a human, not the company, or a building is not signing your check. So it's good to know that students are getting those values right from their building time, right? Somebody who takes up an upskill course might not have it's not necessary that they should have a marketing background. They are getting exposed to marketing firsthand from Arbab and his team. So it's good that these kind of methodologies are in place to help them connect better as humans, start sharing, and have that community sense. That's a very good point, actually. All right, so let's divert ourselves from upskill to some generic, because my why I started this show is I want to represent the SMB community, right? Because SMB is one area which gives maximum jobs in every country, but they have the least amount of budget for marketing, and they are the ones who struggle every day, right? So that's why I wanted to chat about SMB, right? So let's assume that an SMB owner, right? He wants to kick off his marketing. So what kind of baby steps, or what are the initial steps which Arbab will suggest to them if somebody came to you?
So can you give me 1 minute, because I needed to drink water?
Sure, absolutely.
So I am stopping my can. Okay, I'm back.
No worries.
So remember one thing. What you think as a value is very important. From if you are SMB owner, like small medium business, right? I gave this the 3 hours class to one of the biggest SMB community in India last year. So I get the same question, right?
Yeah.
I still have to say same thing. You need to understand the value. What is the value? Money is the value. Time is the value. Your effort is the value. The three very important values there: effort, time, and money. Right? Now, Where you spend money, effort will be less, time will be less. Where you spend, your time, maybe effort, maybe more or less, but money will not be there, right? Your problem is the value of money,
Absolutely.
right? Now, the first thing assembly should be doing it from, I will give you a simple example. Vivek, if you need to make a very good, that body, you need to very good, that muscle, you need to have a six pack. What will you do?
I'll start working out, following some diets and things like that.
Diets and working out, two things you are going to do, right?
Right.
Now understand, marketing is like that. Marketing is going to build your muscle. You need
Okay.
right diet and right exercise, right? But
Right.
at the same time, Vivek is not going to have a six pack in next day. It is a time-taking process. So
Right.
marketing is also a time-taking process. So marketing, do not understand marketing as a sales channel. Marketing is a different route. It enables sales. But the first thing in the market, why anybody is going to leave you any lead, they should trust you. If there is no trust, you yourself is not going to leave a random site lead, right? So how can you expect others, right? The first stage is marketing is always awareness.
Okay. Yeah.
Always awareness. The top of the funnel, we say that top of the funnel, tofu and all those things, technical term. Forget that. If people do not know that you exist, there is no point of being in trust and not trust.
True.
Right?
True.
Second thing, if you have a physical store, for example, like you have a physical store, right?
Yeah.
You are going to spend some money in that store, especially in interior, like 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 5 lakhs rupees you are going to spend.
Yeah.
But when it comes to website, why you are spending only 5,000 rupees?
Right.
It's
That's a
your
good
store. Your physical store will open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 12 hours. Your online store will work 24 hours.
That's a very good point, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Spend a little bit money on your product. Especially, do not think marketing is magic. People do SEO and people will click it, and you are going to get a tons of lead. No, after people click on your website, visit on your website, the main game starts there. Work on content, understand your audience pain point. Like if somebody is clicking on your website by seeing any content, any kind of content, SEO or paid or let's say organic, anything, right?
Yeah.
It means they have some pain point. They want the solution of that pain point. You need to convince them that you are one of the best alternatives they have. Via content, via talking about the pain point, how you are going to solve it, and if you have some social signal, like for example reviews, rating, you convince them from them there.
Right.
Why I'm talking about website? People visit your website gone. Bad experience. They are not going to come again in your website, right? Understand that. You started a business from zero money. There is no business start from zero money. Right. We started from zero money itself because we are we do not have that such a product. We can start from zero money, right? But most of the SMB, you need to have a little bit of backup. If you do start business, you have to like some money into business, right? Some backup money into business. Because how you are going to pay salary to your student? Like you cannot have like I have an idea, just join me whenever we earn. Like we are going to pay you the salary, right? That's not that's the wrong commitment. If you do not give him, he or she give you their trust, and you are not able to pay because your idea failed. So that's why you should have some money. Ethically, you should have some money, right? Now, try to understand. You do not have to spend a very huge amount of money, but little on little stuff, right? For example, I guess any SMB is here. They are capable to spend at least 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's not a very huge amount. You can do a lot of stuff in 10,000 rupees.
Right.
Aware, then try to convert it. If that 10,000 rupees can fetch you like 50,000 rupees, right, into your service and all those things, right, the benefit is like 30,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees, right? So you can actually bet on like keep feeding it, then keep increasing it, your cycle, right? So you need to understand that. Second point, you need to understand your sword, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. But you need to understand more on the point of your competitor. What is their weaknesses and how you can exploit that weaknesses into your marketing message.
Right.
This is the easiest way. This is the easiest way that you have a competitor, they have a problem, you make that problem your strength as well, and you market on that area. This is one of the ways to do that, right? So you can do that as well, right?
Yeah.
Now, the second thing, understand the break-even point. Break-even point is not from first month. You have to calculate that break-even point, right? You have to calculate that. So a lot of calculations there. Lifetime lifetime customer LTV is there, right? Lifetime customer value is there, right? So there is there is a lot of technical thing going on. You need to understand all those things, right? Then start with awareness campaign. Have your page, have your Instagram page. They have the hashtag you can reach greater people, right? You can do that. Content marketing, start content marketing. It's not going to cost you very much, but it is going to fetch you a lot of things in future, right? Invest in SEO. It will take 3, 4, 5 months. We first take the low hanging fruit, then go for the upper side of area. Use Quora, like Quora people have answer, use that area. Facebook group people use Facebook. In Facebook group, somebody have a question, they give that product as well, right? Try to understand where your competitor was. These are the free, right? Try to understand where does your that competitor go, and go to that area as well, right? So you can start with this, but please understand, have a separate roadmap for SEO, have a separate roadmap for SMM, have a separate roadmap for paid marketing, have a separate map for content marketing. So have a separate. Do not mix all those things together.
Got it. All right. So a lot of action items there for every SEO. Lot of things, yeah. But baby steps, at least whatever you mentioned, 3, 4 things, if they do it correctly in the beginning days, that will bring good results in the long term. That's a very good.
And the best thing you can invest in to learn a new skill, especially if it is going to if it is going to cost you, like if it is going to help you in your business, learn that skill.
Okay. Got it.
If you do not know anything about marketing, start with Google Garage. It's free.
Right.
Google
right. Right.
And it's very good content. They have very good content.
Right. So my next question that Abhishek is live and he's also asked the same question. What will be your advice for newbie or budding digital marketers who are just learning, maybe your students itself? What is the advice you give after the class?
First of all, Abhishek, you need to check certain things in you, that if it is not in you, then I would say that please stop pursuing this career. First of all, if you cannot read it, if you cannot study it, if you cannot research it, do not pursue the digital marketing career. It will be going to be a nightmare for you, because you have to study a lot, right? You have to study a lot in digital marketing. For example, right now, if you are in a the real estate startup, you need to study the entire area where their thing is there, right? You need to understand their audience, their type of houses, how many types of houses they are selling, what is the difference between a 3 BHK 2 bathroom set or 3 BHK 3 bathroom set. You need to understand all those things. Then suddenly you change a job and now you are into that health insurance. Again, you have to forget all those things. You need to study about health wala. So that's why I'm saying the research is very important part of digital marketing. Second thing, if you do not understand mathematics and you have problem understanding with mathematics, I'm not saying calculus, I'm not saying the trigonometry. I'm saying algebra, simple algebra, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 5, this kind of mathematics. If you do not understand it, do not do it, because the data is the eyes of marketer. Without data, they cannot see things, right? That's why client need to give us feedback as well. Otherwise, we will be blind, right? So, 2 things you need to understand. 3 things. Third things, you need to understand how people, how people communicate, how people think, how you need to put yourself into the shoe of the people and think like that. Just like Sherlock Holmes, you have to do that. Okay? So these are the things you should be doing to reach in a greater height, right? You can start with, like, for example, I have a very great interest in mathematics. I love to read stuff. Honestly, I'm telling you, I started a comic book series 2 days back. Right now, I'm in 40 comics. So I studied like that, like Injustice. A very good series is there. So I was reading that, right? So I'm that much of a reader, right? So I love reading. Now that doesn't mean you need to be geek or you need to be something like nerd, right? So but you should have little interest on that area. Now, again, there are questions that how you can learn or how you can become a good marketer. 2 questions is there, right? How you can learn? There are 2 ways you can learn. One, self. It needs your dedication plus your time. Time as an asset. There will be a lot of failure. You fail, then again, like, mindset will stop you to, like, mindset. Why I'm saying mindset. If there is a mindset, you fail, you take it as a feedback, not as a failure. And it is a very frustrating job. Self-learning is a very frustrating job. The mindset needs to be there to hold you together, right? The first thing is that. And if you are learning from somebody, then make sure the study is mentor-led and they give you support even after that your study is complete. They give you support on that. They are human. They are not thinking you as a customer, but as a student. Because that a student and a teacher have a little bit of connection, of soul connection is there.
Yeah.
Like whatever I'm saying, that there is something like my teacher taught me in my school and colleges taught me. There is a part of them saying via me, right? So a teacher and the student cannot be a customer and that business owner wala question. That can be a little bit of soul connection is there, right? So you need to understand. You need to find that teacher. How you are going to find? Just talk to them. Just talk to them, right? You need to do that, right? Second thing, right? Third thing, if you want to be now comes to the part good marketer. If you want to be good marketer, again, concentrate on data, because digital marketing is data-driven marketing, and it is the only advantage. Only advantage. Why I'm saying only advantage? Because everywhere you will see the number, right? It is advantage over a very big advantage over the existing giant of marketing, which is offline marketing, traditional marketing. The data is very big advantage, and data is going to destroy the traditional marketing, and they already destroyed, because in digital right now, in digital, if you see the data, people spend more in digital, less on traditional marketing right now, right? From 2019 cross in India as well. So you need to understand data. There are a lot of data. If I say data, it means there is a bunch of data. You see the data and you take the meaning of all of the data. For example, if you have a data, like if your mobile website, you are getting like 1,000 visits in that, and there is 80% bounce rate. So that data tells us that your experience of mobile is not very good, right? So we reinvent our experience. We see that where we are lacking, why our user are not sticking to our mobile pages, why there is 80% people out bounce off our pages. So you need to understand these kind of data, right? So in data, you have to take care. Again, I call myself jack of all things, master of some. I'm not master of none, but master of some. I'm master of some. So I call myself that. So you need not to learn everything like me, because I had मेरा एक मजबूरी था जिसकी वजह से मैं सीखा. I need to know everything. That majburi is my curiosity. That majburi is my passion. I wanted to learn everything, so I did that. But as a marketer, you can specialize in one area. For example, I first specialize my SEO area. When it is very perfect, I start ranking all the website and all those things. I move to paid marketing. I learned that. I moved to social media. I learned that. I moved to content marketing. So take a chunk of time in that perfect one skill. Once that skill is perfect, you need to do little bit of practice, then move to another skill. So you can do that. From the college days, I have one one rule. That rule is every month I am going to learn a new skill. Right. So I learned Photoshop. I learned how to edit photos. I learned how to do video editing. I learned how to do photo shooting. I learned how to swim. I learned various things. I learned using it. I use these skills. I also learned some new skills, right? I learned how to make some origami. Right. So my aim is like to learn everything. Like each month I should be learning anything, right? Or each 4 months I should be learning something, right? So have that attitude. From that, for example, if you are into social media marketing, you set a goal. Okay, I am into social media marketing. From today onward, there is 28 days. There is 4 weeks. I am going to learn how to design stuff.
Right.
I am going to learn how to what is influencer marketing, about influencer marketing. So do something like this. Push yourself to the limit.
Right. So that's actually very good advice. I think 2 things are very, very important for marketers, right? That's based on my overall years of experience. One is empathy. You have to have super empathy.
Super important.
Yeah, and second one is curiosity, right? I tell a lot of youngsters that if your job as marketer is to sit and think. If you can't think, there is no point being a marketer. You can't come up with ideas. You can't make anything out of your data also. So thinking, curiosity, which already you mentioned about yourself, which is a superpower, and also empathy. So these 2. That's very good advice. Abhishek, I hope you noted some points down. All right. See, he's thanking you, Arbab. So my 2 more questions to go. My second last question is, I want to know what is in store for Upskill. What are the future plans? And what route? Upskill, yeah.
For upskill, like upskill is me as upskill.
Right. So, what are Arbab's future plans?
My plan is actually, if you talk about upskill, idea of upskill, apart from digital marketing, my plan is a little bit dangerous for me as well, and maybe lethal for me as well, because if I start doing it, a lot of mafia is going to be behind me, right? My idea of upskill is that in future, what we are going to do social experiment on human, like on the kids, not like lab rat, but on the education front. Exactly like many education should did that, right? So we want to little bit that shift the academic based education to learning based education.
Okay.
So what is academic based education? Right now, whatever we learn is academic based education. What we do, we actually we study and then we remember things and take exam. That is academic based learning. Skill based learning, your exam will be real time. There is a camera. If we are going to teach you automobile, you have to make a motor. You do not have to write how a motor made. You have to make a motor. So on that front, we are thinking that is a future plan, right? But right now, what experiment we wanted to do, we wanted to open a school. In that school, what we are going to do, we are going to teach students from KG to 10. And in that school, what we are going to do, we are going to replace entire the way of education to our way of education. For example, if there is a that story of Maharana Pratap, right?
Okay.
So if we are teaching a story of Maharana Pratap from like book, they are imagining all those things. But what if we show the weapon of Maharana Pratap at the same time to the students?
Oh, fantastic!
With the help of 3D printing. With the help of 3D printing, of course. Right?
Very nice.
What if we teach them a story, right? If we teach if we are going to teach them a story, right? How about create a content around it, like for example, in a such a way they are the part of the story,
Nice.
right?
Immersive learning.
We haven't worked on that. I cannot share much thing about it. But idea is that change that everything. Like for example, from book teaching from book, then tell our student that okay, you remember this. Tell you make education an experience rather than rather than the academic thing, right? If
Right.
we make them experience the visual, we know that human are 64% human are visual learner, and the visual whatever if we show you that there, it will be strike more in your memory, right?
Right.
If a content makes you happy, your memory it will be stay in your memory for a longer period of time. For example, if I ask you that okay, Vivek, please tell me a moment from your life which does not have any emotions, you cannot pick that moment
Yep,
because emotion creates a disruption, and disruption trigger memory, right? So
Right.
what we are trying to do, we are going to try to we will try that disruption more to our student. Of course, it is not going to be a negative emotion, but the happy emotion. So they can remember things in a better way,
Right. Right.
right? If they are learning about if they are learning about for example, if they're learning about that engine, like for example how two-stroke engine works, we have a 3D printing of two-stroke engine. Just remove it there and show them,
Right.
show them how it is, right? There's a button, just press the button, right? So we are thinking on that line. I don't know. Before us, maybe somebody will come the same concept. I do not know. But in my mind, this is the idea. Then once we experiment for 1 year and we see of course, there is an experiment. We need to see that's why we are doing experiment, because we need to see the feasibility of the thing. How the student, students are going to be affected by this and all those things. And if it is going to be a little bit success, we are going to replicate it entirely.
Fantastic. I think it's
I think
fantastic.
this is what educators do, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is what education should be. What we all missed, or maybe I am pretty old than you, I guess. So what we all did was a okay kind of education. I think that what we are talking about will turn it around for kids. That's fantastic. All right. Before I leave you, I have last question for you. One final question, which is mandatory for this season of pandemic. How has COVID affected you? How has COVID affected you, and how is you and your team managing?
COVID actually helped us. If you talk about a business perspective, it helped us because
Right.
we were trying to go to online in December this year, 2020. It pushes
Okay.
that date, 6, 7, 8 months earlier, right? So we
Right.
have got advantage of 5, 6, 7 months, right? The second thing is we learned to work on remote basis very effectively. Earlier, we used to we have a mental barrier that if you do not go to office, we cannot sit and talk. Then we cannot work, right? So that mindset actually has changed a lot, and we are working very efficiently from there, right? Third,
Right.
it gives me if I go to office like 1 hour office, go and 1 hour coming, then the harassment, then the body pain and all those things is there, right? So it saves me from that. So it gives me 3-4 more hours a day to think about certain things. Like for example, I from last 40 days, I actually made our course much more powerful. It is now very much of more than even one of the best course you can say in India. You can say, I cannot say it. Right? In terms of the subject variety we provide, in terms of the case study we provide, in terms of people enabled to do it in that term, right? So I started doing that. I created things. I created a lot of things for a student, lot of material for a student for each chapter. So these all things are going to help them as well us into the future, because the more resource we have, the more we can pitch to the students, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's even though it is a challenging time, it has come up with certain kind of good elements for you, right? You propose going online.
I always said there is always an opportunity in chaos,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
If there is a
Exactly.
chaos, there will be opportunity. Take that opportunity. Whenever there is a negative, negative thing is there, there will be a hidden positive thing. Take that positive.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Arbab. Thank you so much. It was seriously a wonderful pleasure listening to you and your thought process. I always, whenever I used to watch your videos, I used to get this idea that, okay, I have to meet Arbab someday for a coffee and just talk to him. So today it was a virtual coffee. We will hopefully, after this COVID is over, I'll come down to Noida and meet you and your uh, team and all that. All right. So thank you so much for joining me and stay safe. See you soon. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So that was a long chat. Arbab Usmani from Upskill. I have seen their curriculum. It is a one comprehensive curriculum for digital marketing. So check it out at upskill.com, uppskill.com. Very good curriculum on the latest methodologies, tactics, and platforms, everything. So check it out. And thank you for joining me today. Next week is going to be a celebrity on the show. So keep an eye out for my next week and stay safe. Happy weekend, everybody. Thank you.